A Cal Poly civil engineer is attempting to beat a Guinness World Record.
One sorority is raising money for children with critical illness.
And a group of Cal Poly students are educating a community on how to live sustainably.
Broadcasting from Swanson Studios, you're watching Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to Mustang News. I'm Justin Guido.
And I'm Leah Castillo. Thank you for joining us. Here are today's top stories.
This Cal Poly student is attempting to beat a Guinness World Record. Reporter Kate Hardesty has more.
Alex Huang, a second-year civil engineer, is trying to break the Guinness World Record for the longest chain reaction. Huang's interest sparked in 2011 when he found a YouTube channel dedicated to chain reactions.
So I first discovered a community of chain reaction builders on YouTube in 2011. It was kind of an eye-opener for me because for the first time I saw things that were more than just domino lines or balls rolling down ramps, things that were more intricate like structures, pictures, actual giant chain reaction machines. And that's what inspired me to start my own channel in 2012.
In 2016, Huang started his own chain reaction event called Reactica that occurs annually.
We usually have a fall down set on a Friday or Saturday, and then we build the week prior throughout the museum's open hours.
The event brings builders and guests from all over the country.
It's always very fun to have my friends fly in. It's always fun for us. It's fun for the guests. But right now I'm just thinking about what else can we do? How else can we benefit the people that we build for? How can we really expand chain reaction art?
Preparing to beat the world record takes time, money, lots of planning, and luck.
Just require a lot of things to work out that I might not have realized when I started, but it's something that I'm learning. It's something that we have to work through in order to just sort of expand our art.
The world record for the longest chain reaction is 412 steps, which includes every transfer of energy, and Huang's team has only been able to do 200.
The most recent Reactica event had 200 steps, so we would have to make some major changes in our building process, in our planning process. We might even have to make some additions to the team. We need a bigger budget.
Even with all of the challenges, Huang looks forward to the future and will continue with this hobby after college.
It's not really something that I really ever want to walk away from, even if classes get tough or I end up with a really, really difficult job or something.
Kate Hardesty, Mustang News.
You can follow Huang's YouTube channel at Flash Domino to see if he and his team will beat the world record this June.
Some of Cal Poly's top musicians performed on Sunday as soloists, and one student lived out one of his childhood dreams. When software engineering major Victor Wei isn't reading code, he's reading music. As a kid, Wei learned to play multiple instruments before one day he picked up a saxophone and never put it down.
Outside of academics, that's just everything I do. A lot of my friends are in music, and yeah, it's a huge part of my life, I'd say.
Wei's talents landed him a spot in this year's Cal Poly Symphony concert as a saxophone soloist.
As a kid and just growing up playing music, I've only ever seen, people like a single soloist playing in front of a whole symphony. That's always seemed so out of reach, I didn't think that was ever possible unless I was going to be world-class musician who just practices 24/7,
Though Wei isn't a part of the Cal Poly Symphony program, he qualified for the concert after a competitive audition in the fall. The concert was held on Sunday at the PAC, where Wei and several other student soloists got to showcase their passion.
That is really what I'm trying to convey. The piece is supposed to sound very sad, but then also very satisfying at the end. So that's honestly what I'm going for more than I don't really care if I miss some notes as long as I get that message across. I want people to have an emotional reaction.
Leah Castillo, Mustang News. The soloists represented a variety of different majors, from engineering, computer science, math, and of course, music.
The Chi Omega sorority at Cal Poly hosted their annual Chi O Casino. The event is a mock casino night where participants can play Texas Hold'em and blackjack. For $12, people were able to play with chips that could be entered into a gift basket raffle. 100% of the proceeds went to the Tri-County Make-A-Wish Foundation. Chi Omega raised more than $7,000 from the night. Since Chi Omega started Chi O Casino in 2002, the chapter has raised over $300,000 for Make-A-Wish.
And now over to Lindsay with the weather.
Rain is set to return to the Central Coast. Find out when after the break.
Hey! There are amazing things to discover in the forest.
Toothless, time to go! What you picking up on, bud?
It's a whole hidden world of wonders. And the perfect place to spend time with family. What better place to let your imagination soar? Experience nature and create a memory you can share. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Operation Wonder Park is a go!
There's nothing more powerful than imagination.
Honey, have you seen my cell phone?
But don't just imagine.
My park came to life?
Ooh, a plot twist.
Use STEM to build, create,
She did it.
and change the world.
Who's with me?
I'm more of a 2 feet on the ground kind of guy. It's gonna hurt tomorrow.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
Thank you for joining us today at Mustang News. I'm Lindsay Morris with the weather. So today we have a high of 62 and a low of 42. It's partly cloudy. There's a 10% precipitation, 70% humidity, and 13 miles an hour winds. In the North County, we have highs ranging from 59 to 61 and lows ranging from 42 to 44. So all generally similar temps. In the beach cities, we have highs again ranging from 59 to 62 or 63 with the highest temperature in Avila and lows all between 46 and 47 degrees. In South County, we have our highs in the south side of South County all 61, and then in Arroyo Grande we have a high of 62 and Nipomo a high of 63. All the lows here again are in the upper to mid 40s. Here's our 5-day weather forecast. Today's our warmest day of the week with a high of 62. And tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have a storm coming, so it'll be raining all of those days, but luckily we'll get some sun on Friday. And look out for a big storm coming in tomorrow morning around 6 a.m. The storm is expected to bring a new atmospheric river over the Central Coast, which is expected to produce 3 to 5 inches of rain, adding significantly to our total rainfall, which at the end of February checked in at 19 inches on Cal Poly's campus. This is a map that shows an atmospheric river going through the Central Coast in 2015. What you see here is the water vapor amounts from a satellite view. The area in red, yellow, and orange is the river, and it can stretch about 300 miles. So be careful on the roads the next couple of days because the storm is expected to bring flooding. And now over to the desk with Cal Poly Sports.
Thanks, Lindsay. Last weekend in Mustang sports, the Cal Poly women's basketball team played its final home game of the season on Saturday, losing to CSU Northridge 61-49. CSUN managed to take an early lead, outscoring the Mustangs by 10 partway through the second quarter. But Cal Poly managed to rally back, cutting the CSUN lead to 4 by halftime. However, the Mustangs could not keep the run going, and the Matadors used a 19-6 third quarter to put the game effectively out of reach. The team will play its final road game at UC Davis on Wednesday at 6 p.m. The Cal Poly softball team lost all 4 of its games at the Stanford Nike Invitational over the weekend. For their first game, the Mustangs took on the Northwestern University Wildcats. The Mustangs got out to an early lead with the 2 runs in the 4th inning, but the Wildcats managed to knock in 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th to secure the win. Later that day, the Mustangs found themselves unable to score against the North Dakota State's strong pitching in an 8-0 loss. On Saturday, Cal Poly faced off against Montana, but fell behind early and was unable to make the comeback. And on Sunday, Cal Poly took on host team Stanford University. Senior right fielder Crimson Kaiser managed to get the Mustangs on board with her first home run of the season, but the Cardinal managed to score 13 runs on 17 hits to win the game in 6 innings. The softball team will be at home this weekend for the Share Slow Mustang Classic. The tournament will be played at the Bob Jansen Field and run from Friday to Sunday.
The Cal Poly baseball team traveled to University of Washington over the weekend and was swept for their second Road Series loss. The Mustangs managed an early lead on Friday as second baseman Connor Gurnick managed to single down the right side to score first baseman Tate Samuelson. But the Huskies rallied back and the lead changed 2 more times before Washington put the game away with 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th. On Saturday, Washington kept up the momentum by taking another back-and-forth game away from the Mustangs with 3 runs in the 8th. And on Sunday, the Mustangs were shut out for the first time this season as the Huskies held them to just 3 hits and no runs. More late hitting by the Huskies gave them the 5-0 win. The baseball team will be home this weekend for a 4-game series against Columbia University. Stay tuned after the break to see how a new club is making an impact on campus.
I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school and I didn't do it. My support team never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew who I could become as a person. I've been given an opportunity and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
A group of Cal Poly students are hoping to educate others on how to adopt a sustainable lifestyle. The Cal Poly Eco Reps Club hosted a film festival encouraging sustainable living. 4 films were screened over the course of the night, and the attendees were given green living certifications according to their current environmental habits. The club started just last quarter and is quickly garnering interest across campus.
So our main goal has been to give people these surveys we created to sort of gauge their sustainability habits, water use, energy use, and where they're at, and give them ways to improve and just sort of make them more self-conscious about their actions.
The Cal Poly Eco Reps is looking to host a similar event this April during Earth Week.
Wow, I mean, that looks like a great club over there, huh?
Yeah, I really am wondering if I should join it.
Yeah, I mean, the sustainability aspect of it is really nice, and especially with all the rain coming up, I think that it's going to be nice to see all of SLO super green. Okay, thank you guys for joining us today. On today's edition of Mustang News, I'm Justin Garrido.
And I'm Leah Castillo. Have a great day. Good job.